Wow, this one as advertised. LeBron James with time. LBJ. He splits the double. He's fouled. And it goes. Jalen Brunson and one. Put another 5 on the clock. Doncic over time. Oh, my. Luka Doncic. Los Angeles Lakers have won their 8th straight. 12-2. Since the arrival of Luka Doncic. What a run the Lakers are on.
Huge night for the Lakers stars. Luka had 32 points and 12 assists. LeBron had 31 points and 8 assists. The pair combined to score or assist on a staggering 96 of the Lakers' 113 points. Second game in a row that Luka and LeBron each have had 30 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. So I want to keep our football guys in here to talk some more Lakers, but starting with Monica. Monica, what specifically is Luka doing that is allowing LeBron to find even a higher gear than he was already playing on?
Listen, Graz, hooping is the layman's terms for what he's doing. I was actually really excited to be in the building to witness this, but he is 100% the facilitator, and he has freed up everybody else to just go run and be like, I got you, right? LeBron James, his bursts in transition, the way that he's getting to the rim, the way he's able to freelance off ball, and Luka is just finding him. Not to mention the fact that in overtime, that second shot that Bobby mentioned earlier when we started the show, from Luka was like 4 steps from the three-point line in front of the Knicks bench, like just a cold dagger. And so I think while we talk about them in tandem, Luka and LeBron, and rightfully so when you look at the percentage of points that they are directly attached to, Luka has freed up everybody. I mean, Jackson Hayes, I think, has been much better than most folks anticipated, and a lot of that is because it's very simple. Finish at the rim because Luka's going to find you, give your best effort defensively, and everyone else has been able to benefit tremendously off of that.
Yeah, that's great, but Jackson Hayes is not 40 years old. LeBron James is.
This is true.
You're supposed to be tired, right, by overtime when you're 40. Like, what are you seeing from this guy right now?
Dan, what I couldn't believe last night, and certainly having an upfront seat, is he guarded Karl Anthony Towns for most of the game here. He played center for most of the game. Jackson Hayes guarded Josh Hart. And I turned to a scout sitting next to me and says, is he going to have anything left in the tank when we get down the stretch here? Offensively, certainly, and he hits those 2 big threes in the fourth quarter here, and he looked fresh when it got to overtime. He is defending his rear end out. He is bought in to everything that JJ Redick has installed with this team here, and that's the only my concern. Like when we're talking playoffs, can he make it through a 3-game series to get to an NBA Finals, basically at that, exerting that much effort?
Yeah, Jason, I wanted to ask you, because you played with Tom Brady when he was about at this stage in his career, like turning 40. What did you see from him, and does it compare to what you're seeing from LeBron?
It absolutely does, and it's the obsession with performing at such a high level and winning. And a short story, when I was in New England in 2018, Kobe Bryant comes and speaks to the team, and he talks about playing against Allen Iverson, and Iverson giving him 40. And he dedicated his offseason not just to training, but mentally. He went and read up on Iverson, read a book about him, figured out that Iverson hated authority. So he knew that next year when he played against him, when the ref wasn't looking, he was going to bump him and do all type of tactics to get under his skin. And I think about Brady and his obsession with all the small details. He would go off on a practice squad defender if he wasn't playing the coverage the way Brady was studying it on film all week long. We were in practice one day in training camp in his one-on-ones. And the first 3 reps, Stephon Gilmore goes, then J.C. Jackson, then I go. All 3 of us picked off Brady. Braxton Berrios happened to be the 3rd wide receiver to go. Brady ripped him on the out route that he ran. The detail, you can respect this, of running an out route and coming back downhill to make sure you don't give the DB a chance to step in front of the ball. And that was Brady. He was obsessed with winning and obsessed with the performance out there on the field, and he brought everybody's level up around him.
Yeah, when you look at a guy like LeBron, number one, it's the physical, it's the mental capacity to be able to have the IQ about everything that's going on the basketball court.
Yeah.
You look at last night, you're guarding Karl Anthony Towns, and Karl Anthony Towns has 12 points and goes, 3 for 13 shooting. That's LeBron James, right? That's the mental from a LeBron. And my brother played with him down in Miami the year they lost to the Spurs in the championship. And some of the things that my brother echoed when it came to LeBron James is the attention to detail at all times and the communication. There's never any gray area. Either you know or you know, or you should know. That's what it was when it came to LeBron James. And I just think it's a blessing to be able to see it. I think the difference between him and Tom Brady at this juncture in their career, we're still trying to see if LeBron James can bring another title to LA versus Tom at 39, 41, 43. Won Super Bowls at all three of those ages.
But I think we'll wait and see that, yes, but it's not going to be, if he doesn't, it doesn't seem like it's going to be because he wore down. And I think that's what's remarkable. True. Monica, this guy is obsessed with the details, obsessed with the work it takes to keep himself in this kind of shape to play these games. What do you make of what he's doing at age 40?
We should savor it. I don't know if we'll see it again this way. There are guys that play into their 40s. Vince Carter did it. He was terrific. But their roles change. But to still be one of the main engines, if not the main engine, because we know that he has actually empowered Luka Doncic to take the reins for the Lakers. I will say this, though, too, guys. I think at this point in his career, and I know we're talking about the Tom Brady comparison, and he was able to win in Tampa down the stretch, I do think there's something to be said for the connection between he and J.J. Redick, who is sort of refreshing at the head coach position. I mean, he sits down for the pregame press conference and literally grabs his mic like he's getting ready to do a podcast. Like, he's honest, he's refreshing. He's obviously a madman when it comes to the game of basketball, and his passion aligns perfectly with the work that LeBron James and the way that he is able to approach it, even though the two of them have had very different careers, but their approach was very similar.
Amazing to watch it all come together, and the Lakers just keep on rolling. Much more on them as we move along today on Get Up. But it is time for today's wake-up call, and this one is Steph Curry from half court. Here's Ian Eagle.
Butler bounces Curry. Oh, ridiculous! A cheat code! Steph Curry is not human.
Curry had 40 points last night, and nobody's enjoyed Jimmy Butler's arrival in Golden State more than Steph has. Since the trade, Curry is averaging almost 8 more points per game and shooting 8% better from the field. And in those 12 games, Curry has dropped at least 30 points 5 times. Bobby Marks, how dangerous is this rejuvenated Warriors team led by Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler?
Territory and say this team is going to win a championship here, but I think it is remarkable where they were at the 10th seed and where they are right now at 6. I think, Dan, it's about positioning. I think if you can get to 5 where Houston is right now, then yes, maybe you can go on a run here. But I just look at this roster and they are playing extremely high level basketball, 10-1 with Jimmy Butler. What you would have to do to get through a playoff series, 3 playoff series, when you're looking at probably Denver, the Lakers, and certainly Oklahoma City. That is a hard sled there.